Locking up criminals is expensive, and for decades, the federal government has relied on private companies to help lessen the load. But today, this controversial industry's days may be numbered. One of his first actions in office, President Joe Biden used his executive pen to begin unraveling the partnership, directing the Department of Justice not to renew its contracts with the facilities, a move designed to promote racial equity.
This is the first step to stop corporations from profiting off of incarceration that is less humane and less safe, as the studies show.
A 2016 Inspector General's report found private prisons had more safety and security incidents than public ones over a 4-year period. It's a partnership that's long been controversial.
I think people feel like there's something distinctly morally repugnant about paying cash to put people in cages.
But industry insiders and even some criminal justice experts say Biden's move is nothing more than a feel-good nod to activists.
So if President Biden wanted to take on mass incarceration in a meaningful way, he would address the overwhelming number of prisoners who are in state-run facilities and not the 9% that are in contractor facilities.
Of the 152,000 federal inmates incarcerated, today only about 14,000 are housed at privately managed facilities. And Wilkes says just 300 of those are U.S. citizens. The rest are criminal aliens who will be deported after completing their sentences. Day One Alliance, a trade group for private prisons, was formed to reduce the industry's public stigma. And Wilkes argues in ending their partnership, the federal government is throwing out an important tool.
When Vice President Harris was Attorney General of California, the state was under a court mandate to address the unconstitutional overcrowding that was occurring. And so the industry was brought in as a tool and as a partner to help with that.
Professor Pfaff says if used correctly, the private industry could make positive changes. He suggests if contracts were written differently, ones that did not pay per prisoner per diem rates, but instead based funding on goals, such as reduced recidivism risks, then the private prisons would focus on things other than just warehousing people. In other words, let the business model work for society by tying profits to results that benefit inmates rather than paying for the number of prisoners. As it currently stands, private facilities stand to benefit from locking up more people, which some argue encourages repeat offenders. And many critics can't forget the shocking 2012 deal pitched by Corrections Corporation of America, now known as CoreCivic. The company would purchase prisons in 48 states if those states would guarantee a 90% occupancy rate. CBN's request to learn when the first DOJ contracts will end, thus potentially beginning to shutter some of these private prisons, was not answered by either the White House or Bureau of Prisons, but the process will likely take years and can be reversed by the next administration unless Congress acts. Jennifer Wishon, CBN News.